Hello and welcome back to the Book Club, the club where we talk about books I've been recently reading and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently reading and enjoying, and if you've read what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I have literally just 10 minutes ago finished Golden Son by Piers Brown. I don't even know how to process what I've just read. I have never been so shocked and in awe at the ending of a book. I was not expecting that. Full spoiler warning, by the way, for Golden Son, if you have not read this. That ending was like Red Wedding level of fuck. Like, genuinely, 10 minutes ago I finished this. I don't know what to do with myself. What? Oh my god! Firstly, let's talk about the book as a whole, because this is phenomenal. I loved Red Rising, and this is something completely different in my opinion. This makes Red Rising look like child's play, which it kind of is, because Red Rising, while it's not, the concept of it could be seen as like a young adult concept, whereas this is just full-blown sci-fi war, terrorism, genocide. Oh my god. Oh my god. What have I just read? What have I just read? When I first started Golden Son, I wasn't sure on the concept. I feel like Red Rising fits into a sort of sci-fi, but at the same time fantasy level thing, because while there is all the tech and the space elements in the beginning, it very much goes into a sort of Hunger Games style-esque fist fight, a game show in a sense. And this book, I'm sorry, I'm genuinely struggling to like process what I've just read. It took me a little bit of time to fall in love with Golden Son, but as soon as I was in the flow of it, this book had me just entirely gripped, and I actually think Golden Son is better than Red Rising as a book. Oh my god, the intro and how you think Darrow is all set up to be the son of Augustus, essentially, and the fact that he's dropped within the first few chapters, to then just see him scraping to try and get something back, to his desperate attempts of almost suicide bombing an entire event, to the battle and reunion that he has with Cassius, and the essentially a war that breaks out, or a civil war, off of the back of that, and how he breaks everyone out, and all the stuff with the Sovereign, like the fact that she wanted him to come onto her team, and then he stuck with his gut, and then you get the reunion of all the Howlers coming back, and Mustang coming back, and the plans all exposed. Oh, like, just all of that as a whole, phenomenal. But then moving to all the stuff with Lorne, like this mysterious, overpowered man that we don't know much about at the beginning, and you just constantly keep like hearing these whispers of he's trained with Lorne, that's how he knows how to defeat Cassius within just a few blows. And then we get to finally meet the man, and the sort of battle that ensues on there, and all the stuff with oh my god, oh the fact that Lorne kills, is it Titus? I forgot his name, and I can't flick through and find it. I'm a little bit like all over the place because this book has just fried my brain. Holy shit. He's calling in an iron rain, and my god, that whole sequence of them going back to take Mars, the whole war that ensues, the Bellonas, and the turning point of Darrow finally getting into the city thanks to the Suns, only to be essentially blown to bits and nearly killed. Oh, Ragnar as well, what a phenomenal character. Like, the sprinklings of the fact that Darrow wants to bring up the other colours, the fact that he took on a lower colour to essentially lead his fleet, the fact that he has Ragnar hold a blade. Oh my god. Again, full spoiler warning. All the stuff that happens in this book, all the oh my god shock moments, the fact that Severo, I don't know how to say his name properly, but the fact that he knew and knows that Darrow's a red, And then, holy shit, taking all that last final battle aside, Darrow's very fleeting attempt to try and get the Sovereign, only for the reveal. I was reading this in bed and I actually just gasped. Like, my whole body gasped. Finding out that the son of Ares himself is Fitchner, who's been there the whole time, who's followed Darrow. It makes it so obvious looking back because he involved himself so much in Darrow during the Institute. And sorry, that's just made me remember the ending. Oh my god. The last few chapters of this book are insane. The fact that Darrow reveals himself to Mustang and she just says nothing and leaves, and we don't even get a single glimpse of what her reaction is in this book. The fact that he then breaks them out because the Jackals got them, which essentially is his downfall that we later find out. But the fact that he goes back to the mines and he returns to them and meets his mother, and we finally get an update on what they've all been like, and the fact that his mother's just like, oh hey, yeah, I kind of knew you were alive. Wild. Like, what a brilliant reaction. And this whole concept as well, where his mother's talking to him being like, you realise people are kind of happy just in the mines, and you know, if you break us out of this chain, what's really going to change? What's going to happen to us? We'd probably rather just have the security of the mines and the food and live. And that's kind of what that beginning initial page was on Red Rising, when he says that he didn't want war, but his enemies brought him this. And that's kind of what his mother's saying, like, are you sure that the people down here even want this? Anyway, that aside, then you've got the sort of, I felt like, you know, Red Rising ends with Augustus kind of taking Darrow on. I thought that this book would then end in a similar way. We're going to the ceremony where he wants to bring him on as a actual son, like an actual adoption. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We had that last chapter where we started to get Augustus's true side. It's the first time I feel like where we've had a proper conversation with just him and Darrow, and we get that other side to him. We get his intentions and his life goals out in the open, and he's completely opposed to Darrow's, in a sense that he wants to keep the stability, to keep the system, and Darrow wants to break the system. The whole comparison. But then like I say, I read this 10-15 minutes ago. That last few pages, the reveal of Roke swapping sides, and then the bloodbath that ensues at the ceremony, Lorne being killed, Augustus being shot in the head, Victra being shot in the... even her mother taking it as well. The fact that now there is literally Mustang, Severo, and oh my god, like, there is barely any of them left. There's barely any of them left. And like Cassius said, the fact that as well he dropped in there, like, what a bastard. I hated him before, but the fact that he's just done that, oh my god, Roke, I can't believe you've done that. But then that final reveal to open the box where where Darrow thinks that his kind of like mask crown for his adoption will be, and Fitchner's head's in there. The Sons of Ares are done. House Mars, in terms of Augustus, is pretty much done. Like Cassius said, you cut the head, the rest withers. Oh my god, I don't know what to say about, like, genuinely shook. I was not expecting that the brutality of it, I feel sick. Pierce, what have you done to me? Oh my god. We watched Darrow come from nothing at the beginning of this book to finally building up and getting back on his trajectory and back to where he needs to be. The fact that now Roke and Cassius and everyone know that he's a red now as well. It's forever changed, because Darrow is now on his own. He hasn't got the backing of Augustus. Everyone knows that he's a red now. Everyone on his side and everyone on the opposing side. I can't believe that it was the Jackal as well. Everyone was constantly saying don't trust him throughout the book, and like I always kind of thought, yeah, he's a bit shady, but I don't think you'd do that. The fact that then when he walked over to Lorne and continued to murder him while he's already choking on his own blood, just finishing him off and then shooting his own father. Oh, what? I don't have any words. I don't. I am shook. I don't know if I'm ready for Morningstar. Is it called Morningstar? Yeah. Oh my god. Right. I feel sick. Anyway, let me know if you've read Golden Son. What did you think about it? And I'll see you next time on the book club.